right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 1076 on this beautiful Wednesday evening. Tonight is going to be a treat because if you were on our Discord and you left some questions, Brandy's going to answer some questions from the Discord. Yes. She's going to answer some questions from the Kona community. These are questions that people posted up on our community board over on the Discord and that people needed help with. They're like, you know what, Brandy? I don't get it. I don't see what's going on. Number one, you get to see what an awesome study tool the Discord is. Number two, you can see how easy it is to post over there. Number three, you're going to learn something. And sometimes these questions aren't as difficult as some people think they are. A lot of times people look at these questions and they go, man, I thought this and I think this. And then it's great when they do that because you get a real deep understanding of how you're thinking and what you were thinking when you saw those questions. And that is how we can coach you. It's much like if you were a player on an athletic team of some sort, baseball, football, American football, whatever, you get what I'm saying. The coach can't coach you over the phone. They can't coach you from watching you in videotape. They kind of can, but in reality, they got to be on the field with you. They got to see how you do it. They got to see you play in the game. They got to see what you were thinking, what you were doing. All that great stuff goes into making that person a better player. It's the same thing with studying with people. It's the same thing when they post questions up. It does no good to just put something up there and say, I got it wrong. It does good when you say, I was thinking this, and this is what happened. And we're going to show you how helpful that could possibly be when you take the time to really learn why you got things wrong instead of just going, I got it wrong.
What is this answer?
What is this answer?
Right.
Who's that lady? Who's this guy? My name is Andy. I'm the guy that answers all the phone calls, text messages, drives Brandy around all day, to be honest.
Excuse me.
I am Brandy's transfer agent. We met with a group earlier today. We broke down the Uber driver as a transfer agent. But you're not here for me. You're here for Brandy, the one sneezing all over the place. Because it's spring,
It's spring.
Her name is Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7. And she's more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. So that way you too can get a pass notice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Jacoby. Who are you people?
That's right.
Good to see Jacoby return after his much criticized meeting last time. It was good. Yeah. No. Today it was a great day. We got to meet up with some great people over at the Riverside office over there out of the Arizona Hierarchy. Juan Jimenez's awesome group. I used to know their base shopping, but what's their new one? JLD is all I know. JLD. Someone from there is on, and I know they can put that in there. Sorry, I'm still learning. JLB. You were wrong.
No. It's right there. Look, JLD.
That was JLD. See, we had it right. Jimenez Legacy Dreams.
Got it. Right on the nose.
Right on the nose. All right. Anyways, we met with them. We had a great study session. We broke down the ohms. We showed them the benefits of why Kona. And guys, look, we had a good time looking at questions and really dissecting what is the essence of why Kona works. Why you should do it, because guys, it's more about learning a system to pass multiple exams, and we talk about it all the time. And tonight we're going to show you a little bit of that as Brandy breaks down these questions. But it was great to see everybody over there, and can't wait to study with them some more. But it's not about them, it's about you. And if you've not got onto our study program, we've got some great stuff lined up this week. Brandy's got a full day tomorrow. We'll get into that schedule and all the live sessions. Pretty much, guys, the live sessions work like this. It is a mastery of each individual different exam. We're letting you do the content on your own. A lot of people are like, when are you starting on day one? It's more like, when are you starting on day one? Day one can happen anytime. Well, what about your live schedule? Well, I see you got stuff on Tuesdays and Thursdays. When do you start from day? What top? It doesn't matter what topic in the live sessions. Whatever those topics are, it's going to be helpful to you. One, you're going to learn something a little more masterful about that certain topic. You're going to learn how to use it in a quiz, maybe multiple Q banks. You're also going to learn how to observe and break down questions for that exam. Two, the really great important thing about those live sessions, guys, that we do is that you're able to ask questions. It's interactive. Brandy's asking you for you to get involved, for you to break down what it is that you're seeing, asking you to get involved in, like, how are you thinking? How are you seeing it? How are you understanding this content? Steering you in the right direction so that way you too can raise your level in those live sessions. And plus, you get to ask questions. Those live sessions, we have ones for the exams individually, and then we have ones that are all about all exams. It really doesn't matter. Like today when we met with JLD, I'll remember that. When we met with them, it wasn't about one exam. It wasn't about passing one SIE. It was about passing all the dang exams. It was about learning how to digest this information and really use it. And guess what? People were getting questions right, and they hadn't even looked at that content yet. And a lot of them were like, hey, yeah, I'm using Kaplan. And we're like, well, you know, how long you been doing this? For like 3 weeks now, and you're only on unit 3, unit 4, unit 5. We've got passers in that same amount of time, guys. 21-day plan. Check it out, what we got going on with those course videos, 21-day plans, 30 days, 60 days for the 65, all available there. Scan the QR code, hit the links. We got books for sale, SIE 6, 63, 65. We were even showing how that book is helpful and you get really like learning how to not have to read like a crazy amount of pages just to get some same amount of information in just like 3 sentences, if that.
Yeah.
Kona community on the Discord. We're going to show you that tonight. Scan the QR code, hit the links, 951-290-3077. Give me a call, give me a text. We also got the Gmail there, KonaButterflyz@gmail.com. Join in. As you saw last night, we got the Kona Hall of Fame on the Instagram. Please check it out. Look at all the passers over there on the Insta. All right. What do we got going on tomorrow? We got the SIE, we got 65, we got the Kona Study Hall, we got the small group tutoring, we got all kinds of great stuff, top to bottom. Going to be a great day. Join in on that. Check all those times for your local time zone, so that way you guys can get in on it. Remember, Arizona, you are in the same time zone as the West Coast, so that would be the Pacific Standard Time. So if you're in Arizona, you are at that 10 a.m. time. Arizona does not participate in daylight savings time.
Wish we did.
Either does Hawaii.
Wish we did.
Yeah. So
wish we would just pick one. I don't care which one.
So Hawaii now 4 hours or 3
No,
hours?
2.
2 hours. Oh, that's right. They moved closer. So now Hawaii is 2 hours.
Right.
So 10 a.m. In Hawaii, that is actually 8 a.m.
Yes.
So there you go. Broke it down for all the people in Hawaii. Mahalo. Right? And aloha.
And aloha.
Don't ask me to say anything else. I haven't gotten the Hawaiian language down yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm
learning.
We will before we move.
Yes, we will. We will. All right. You ready to get this thing going? Anything else you want to add? Get the 65 book?
Get the 65
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Scan the QR code. Get your copy.
So is the SIE. 6 and 63 are great. Working on them being phenomenal.
Yes. All right, let's go.
Let's do it. Oh, that's it.
Actually, I think Hawaii is 5 hours, Jacoby, from Florida. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. All right, let's go. Discord Wednesday, we're going to be answering some questions that were posted up over there. So if you posted some questions, guess what? We're going to answer.
That's true.
Anything you want to add to this?
Why you do that to me?
I will. You can't join the Discord just downloading the app and looking for us. Please join by scanning that QR code that we have or joining the link. And then you have to use that special little code to get in. So that's the only way in. So make sure to do that. And then make sure to set it up through verifying the security questions with the emails and all that great stuff. You can use it through your phone. You can use it on a computer, iPad, tablet, whatever you got. It works. And you can just join in. All right, let's go.
All right. So it's not that I am
buffering.
I'm totally doing that.
I know, I could tell.
It's not like I am taking what Jamie said and fixing what she said.
Right.
I'm just demonstrating something a little different. Because you guys see how Jamie is a person who has passed her exams with us. So she knows the Kona system. She knows the Kona way, if you will, right? And she's amazing at breaking down questions for you. I'm just going to take a little bit of a different spin on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to write on the question. What? Oh, can't write on that one because I don't have the question on that. Here we go.
Oh, Lisa's gonna love this because Lisa's working these questions, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And so
Shout out Connecticut.
that's right. So I like to write on the screen for you guys to show you guys the connection, to show you guys the technique, and then maybe be able to take out a possible short note from right here on the screen.
This Q bank is STC, if I'm not mistaken.
Is STC.
So this is a STC. So if anybody is wondering, oh, they just use this on Kaplan. So I know we have Kaplan moles that are watching everything that we do. Yes. See, we don't just use you.
No.
We use other ones too.
Because it's about the content,
and
it's about the keywords.
And we say a million times, it doesn't matter what Q bank you use.
Not at all. Not at all. So as we're looking through here, I like to ignore the fact that we know the answer is D, right? So I kind of just look through here and I say, okay, time value is 5, time value is 2, time value is 0, time value is 3. And then I look over here and it says intrinsic value 0, 3, 5, and 2. Honestly, I'm sure there's a pattern in there somewhere. I can't grab it right away. But I'm going to kind of make a note over here that intrinsic value means I have to be in the money. And then maybe because that's the one I know and all 4 of those answer choices are different, that's what I'm going to go with.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like, I'm not even going to worry about time value. I'm just going to focus on intrinsic value because that's the piece I know.
Right.
Okay. So it says the options investor has purchased an XYZ 45 put at 5. We teach immediately. If it's a put, we immediately draw our arrow down. No more thinking, just draw it, right? And I'm going to put my little 45 here because that is the strike price. And then I'm going to get a different color and I'm going to move on to the rest of the question. 45 strike. All right. And then the rest of the question says that the current market price is 43. 43 is definitely below because my arrow is going down. I know that this is in the money. The difference between these are 2. That's 2. That's the answer. That's it. That's the answer.
But why is time value 3?
I mean, if you really want to know, time value is just the difference. Time value is a difference between intrinsic value and premium. Premium is 5. Minus the 2, we get 3. There you go.
Or you could have just did what she did in the beginning.
Either way.
In arrows, we trust.
In the arrows, we trust.
Map it out. Map it out. This is a little bit of content, but that's fine.
Sometimes that is your content. That is your short little note, right?
Right.
Okay. So
I want to watch people race to put something up for you.
I know. Happens every time. All right. Discount rate is Fed to bank. And I'll post these back up on the Discord after we're done. Prime rate is bank to corp. Federal funds rate is bank to bank. It's in our study guide this way. And this is bank to broker dealer. All right. Question. The interest rate charged by the Federal Reserve for loans to banks. Fed to bank. Discount rate. That's it. That's it. Do you guys see that? That's it.
That's all.
That's it. This is in our study guide. In our study guide. Just like that. Okay.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Why do we have the study guide the way it is? It's so that way you can remember that. Is it easier to remember full sentences, a whole paragraph, or is it easier to remember 4 little words? Exactly. I think we all know the answer to that.
Exactly. All right. So I have obligation, option to buy. Huh? Obligation.
I always have an option to buy.
I feel like this is the right. I feel like this is what they're trying to say.
Right.
Okay. So buyers have rights, sellers have obligations.
Does that make sense to people? If you are somebody who sold something, you're obligated to
Fulfill it.
fulfill the sell, right? They bought something from you. You need to put that thing in the bag.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're obligated to do that.
So I have cells. So get out of here. Get out of here. Just like that. Able, get out of here. B and D, get out of here. Now, we're talking about calls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have this little saying that we do. Long call is buy the right to buy stock. Buy the right to buy stock. Buy the right. Buy. I was going to put just BB up there, but to buy stock. So you're bullish, right? That's how we say it. But I'm the seller, right? The question's about selling. So I'm not going to have the right to buy the stock. I'm going to be obligated to sell it because sellers are opposite.
Well, going off what you said, C says it has the obligation to provide.
Dude, I don't like the wording on this question. But
They
it's
try
not
to
buy.
make it. Right. It's not buy
Right. Provide.
or sell.
Sell.
Provide and sell is the same thing. One would argue.
Yes.
They're not, but in this case, they are. If you bought something from a seller, they have the obligation to provide you with that item.
That is true.
Put that thing in my bag, fool. I gave you the money.
That's right.
That's, I mean, I don't say that just like that, but
no.
We all feel that way.
Let's go.
I bought it. I'm really shocked nobody put anything.
I know. This one was a clarification. Guys, as of May 28th, our book has been updated. Just want you to know that stocks, the dividend date and the record date are the same for stocks. That was just a clarification purpose. I said this was deep cut. Look at what happens when people post on here. So this person,
Hi,
Amanda,
calling you out,
posted this question.
Will you help me understand why it is offer to sell rather than purchase? I narrowed it down to A and C because they are opposite. It's really not unsolicited because it was suggested for the customer to place the order. So right. That's great. Thank you, Amanda, because now we know what you were thinking.
Right. My response was, whoa, this is a deep cut. Because sometimes it gets too wordy or too deep, or you know what I mean? And I even put that on there. So I put, I don't think it'll be tested that way. Guess what she said, guys? Thankfully, this was not on the test today.
That's why you plug into the Discord.
That is why you put it on the Discord.
So you don't pull your hair out thinking things are going to be questioned one way and you can relax.
Okay. Let's go over 26 question. I just want you guys to know that we do all of them, not just the SIE. Not just the SIE.
Jacoby likes to point out that he's on your chat bubble.
Funny. All right.
It was back when he was cutting his hair. Well, he's growing his hair.
Yes. All right. So I have 500 for the cash, 500 for the joint. Immediately, I'm going to go off to the side here, and we're going to see that it's SIPC coverage anyways, but off to the side here, I'm going to note that it's 500 for securities and 250 for cash. Okay. Immediately, that is my short note. That is my connection. That is the keywords that we focus on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Does that make sense? Okay. So then the rest of this is just trying to figure out what the heck they're talking about. So at this point, I'm just going to go to the question. because the question is going to tell me everything I need to know. Okay.
Mhm.
So it says a client has a cash account containing stock valued at 460. All right. So I got my 460, and that means I'm under the 500. So I'm covered, and only 40 in cash. So sweet. Right. So 40 in cash. I'm covered. But they also have a joint account. Okay. So this is the individual account. Now let's talk about the joint account. The joint account has 220,000 in it. That's going to be fully covered. Nice. But look at how much cash. 280,000. We just said we can only go up to 250. So I'm going to write 250K right there in cash. So, and then you got to do some math. There's a 0 there, there's an 8 there, there's a 6 there, and then this is what, 290, something like that, right?
Carry the 1.
Carry the 1. It's kind of all not like, what the heck is going on? It's not.
It's a lot.
That's a lot, right? So I'm just gonna look here. 500 for the cash, 500 for the joint, 460 for the cash, 220 for the joint, total of 1 million for both accounts. Is that 2 million? Is that a million? No. 500 for the cash, 470 for the joint. Did they combine these? They did. They did 470 like this. And they did 500 for this. That's what they did. So 500, 470. 500, 470. Sometimes you got to look at how the questions are, or the answers are formulated.
Right.
Because you never know. When it comes to these SIPC questions, just so that you guys know, sometimes they combine the securities in the two accounts. Sometimes they keep it separate. Like, you never know. So the best way to do a question like this is just to map it out. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Just map it out, because otherwise you can try to look at this thing all day long and try to figure it out. You got to have it mapped out. And so, and then look at, now I see the technique that I totally missed. Look, 500, 500. It would have been A or D anyways. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you guys see what I'm doing? Like, I'm breaking it down. I'm circling. This is the stuff that I would normally put on my piece of paper while I'm quizzing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if they're asleep or awake.
Is it too much?
It's too much explanation, too much teaching. They come for the techniques, Brandy.
They do. I do want to show you guys this though, real quick.
Girl, we're gonna learn.
Look at this, guys. So you guys may have remembered John.
Yes, he passed his SIE, his 63, and his 26 a year ago.
Became an RVP.
Became an RVP.
And look at this.
Got a ring. Literally got a ring, by the way, with his securities within like 4 months of becoming RVP.
Yes. And look at this, guys. He just decided I'm going to do a 10 question quiz. I haven't studied yet. I'm just going to feel it out, see where I'm going to go with this. 70%.
As we tell you all the time, you're learning a system on how to pass exams, folks. They're learning a system. He hasn't even studied, hasn't even looked at the material, hasn't even studied questions or anything for over a year, and yet getting a 70% blind quiz. Because we're teaching you a system.
Everything you guys learn on Studying Brew, everything you guys learn with us is all about how to pass tests.
It's all fluid. It's all just learning a system and how to break it down, how to map it out, how to just systematically break down things to where it's not intimidating, it's not that hard, and you just go after it. Exactly. The more the struggle is, if you're struggling with these questions, if you're not seeing what we're seeing, a lot of times it's too much thinking. You're thinking too much. You're creating a narrative within these questions that doesn't exist. You're creating a story that's not there. You're critically thinking sometimes way more than you need to. Sometimes it's really not that difficult. Even on the question that Brandy just broke down with all those numbers at the end, she goes, technique was the whole time. A and D had 500,000 to begin with. One was obviously wrong. You can't have an extra whatever and make it 500 split. Where did that come from? So the other answer was the only one. Without doing math, without looking at all the stuff, easily there, pick D. Guys, it doesn't have to be that hard. Even on the ones that appear to me most complicated. It doesn't. Learn a system, break it down. And if you are a member, be sure to be in those live sessions. Learn it. Brandy's breaking it down on the daily. Just because it's not your exam doesn't mean you can't be in there. You're paying for it. You can be in there. You have access to all of it. The only thing you don't have access to and you have to pay a little extra is the tutoring, but that's available too. But all you got to do is you just got to sign up. You just got to join in. And if you can't, then be on the Studying Brew, be on the Discord, take advantage of the free systems that we do have available. Get in there and take advantage of the community. Get a book, get one of our books. Guys, don't make this more difficult than it needs to be. But the main thing is stick with it. Be consistent. Don't get lost. Don't get overwhelmed. Reach out. We're accessible. We'll help you out in any which way we can. If it's not us, it'll be somebody in the community, somebody that's in the family like Jamie, who got all her licenses. There's like Eric. There's any of you can answer any of those questions and help out. Brandy will be there to correct you if you're wrong. But the main thing is we're all helping each other in a great community to get to that next level. We're all helping each other, push each other to get to another level. Everybody on coast to coast, all the islands, even in Alaska, we're all there out there. And we even got people in the armed services who are overseas on that Discord who are studying. And it's everybody just helping each other out. So tonight, I hope you guys take the time, go join our Discord, get onto it, get focused, take advantage of all the things that we have available out there. It's not just this, it's not just that. We have a huge family, a huge program, a much bigger, broader community than you think. So we all thank you for being here tonight. We got a whole thing lined up for tomorrow for the members. Remember those times. Check your email box if you're a member, so that way you can get that access. If you're not a member yet, go scan the QR code, hit the links, join in. Thank you for being on YouTube and watching us. Subscribe, let a person know. It'll help them out too. Share the word of Kona. We appreciate all of you. We'll be back tomorrow night for the Studying Brew. Brandy's going to have 6 questions for 6 different exams, broken down techniques, a little bit of content. It's going to be fun as always. Hijinks, shenanigans, Will and Sue, I'm sure. And it's going to be great. Same bad time, same bad channel. Everybody stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you all so much for being on. We so super appreciate you. Practice breaking down your questions in your quizzes. Learn from them. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.